Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I want to talk about check-in on your progress. How are you doing? So for those of you that have been with me from the very beginning, you have this basic knowledge that you should be applying throughout your life every day. If you're new here, just take a look back at the earlier videos. They're all fairly short, so it won't take long to go through there and see what I've told you, what I wanted you to learn about being a Renaissance man. And today I want to check in on your progress. How are you doing? Okay, so let's see here. So you are showering every day. Gotta be clean. So gotta be clean. Showering every day. You are washing your hair, if you have it, and you're receiving haircuts by a professional, either a barber or a hairdresser. I don't care, but you need to have it done by a professional. Don't try doing it yourself or having a family member do it. Get it done by a professional. You'll look much better. So you're showering every day, you're taking care of your hair, you're trimming nose hairs and ear hairs. It's a cringe thing to talk about, but it's important. As we get older, it seems to get worse. Nose hairs grow quicker and ear hairs grow quicker. Don't know why, but it's just true. So go ahead and make sure those are trimmed every couple days at least. That's something that's really distracting to whoever you're talking to, male or female. But very distracting, so you want to make sure you've got that covered. All right, you're dressing for the job you want and or the person you want to be. All right, so if you are, for example, a low-level manager, take a look at how the senior managers are dressing in your company. Dress like them. You want to have them subconsciously in the back of their mind think of you as part of the group, part of that group, because you're dressing like they're dressing. If you're working in a factory, take a look at the foreman or the supervisor. How do they dress? You should dress like them. If there's a person you look up to in your life, a preacher, a teacher, a family member that you believe dresses very well, you can emulate them there too. So you want to be well dressed. You may not be the best looking person in the room, but I want you to be the best dressed person in the room. That'll get you positive attention every time. All right, so you're dressing appropriately. Your clothes are color coordinated, excuse me, and they're clean and pressed. Clean and pressed. Today, most clothes are iron-free. That's fine, but if you have something that gets wrinkly, is wrinkled when it comes out of the wash and the dryer, you need to press it. You don't want to look like you just jumped out of bed, right? You don't want that look. Even your shoes, think about your shoes. If you're wearing tennis shoes, make sure they're clean. If you're wearing dress shoes, the leather shoes, make sure they're clean and polished. Okay, you're using deodorant and cologne. So every day, don't miss, every day you're gonna use deodorant and you're gonna use cologne, and that cologne should be put on you in moderation. Don't bathe in it, it's distracting and not a positive thing. So use the cologne in moderation, but always use the cologne and deodorant. You're working on your vocabulary, I hope. So we talked about learning a new word every day. However you choose to do that, that's fine. You can open a dictionary, close your eyes, point to a word. If you don't know it, you'll learn it. Or you can use the internet and increase your vocabulary. So you want to learn a new word every day, so that if you read something or you're speaking to someone, the chances of them talking about or saying something that you don't understand isn't such a big deal, right? So because you'll know those words. So you want to learn a new word every day. Increase your vocabulary. You're learning and using the manners of a gentleman. Manners of a gentleman. You're opening doors. You're positioning yourself when you're walking with your significant other. you're on the outside, they're on the inside, so safer position. You never shake a hand while sitting down, so if you need to shake someone's hand, you stand up. When a woman comes to your table, you stand up. Those things you can learn. Google manners of a gentleman and start using those. It really gets so much positive attention. It's really incredible. All right, you hopefully have started an exercise program. So no matter where you're starting from, you need to exercise. You need to go to the gym if you can. If not, work out at home. But you need to be as physically fit as you can. If you're grossly overweight or underweight, it's difficult to be a Renaissance man. So just go ahead and start an exercise program, and you'll feel better and you'll look better. Just have to stay with it, right? Okay. All right. Don't give up. That's the big deal, right? This is the secret. You don't give up. You keep doing these things day after day. They become ingrained part of your habit. Be a person of habit, do these things every day, and they will improve your life so much. And your family and friends, your peers will think more highly of you for sure, because you're becoming that pinnacle of a man, a Renaissance man. So don't give up. All right, so thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe if you haven't. Go ahead and make any comments you like. Most of you are quite kind in your comments. I appreciate that. And if you have any suggestions, I'm fine with that too. So please go ahead and comment if you like. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you and God bless.